I'm going to share with you some basic simple stretches. So the stretches that I'm going to demonstrate for you today, when you actually do these at home, I'd like you to try to hold a stretch for about 30 seconds. Let's start with quad stretch. So the quad, if you can see me, the quad is the muscles in the front of your leg. I'm going to show you a few variations, but one that I like is, you might want to have a chair so that you can hold on. But if you have a chair, you can get your foot and hold it behind you without the foot going out to the side. You want to keep it right behind you and just pull it upwards. So it should be right behind your buttock area, not out to the side. And try to hold this for 30 seconds, and then you're going to switch sides. So what we would do, find something to hold on to. You can do the other side and just go straight behind you and pull up. Okay, so when you do this later, remember 30 seconds. Another way to do that similar stretch for the front of your legs is by doing a lunge. You might also want to get a chair to hold on to. Let me see. If you're going to stretch the right side, then your left leg is going to be forward. What you're going to do is you're just going to lean forward, and the right side of the front of my upper thigh is currently being stretched. I'm just going to hold this position. Again, it's much easier if you've got something that you can hold on to so you're not just balancing. And then you can switch sides. You do the left side by putting your right knee up and leaning forward. So I'm going to demonstrate the way you can do the same stretch for the quads lying down on your bed or couch or the floor. You're just going to hold your foot, let your neck rest, hold your foot and pull back. So again, you feel it in the front of the thigh. Okay, so the hamstrings are the big muscles that make up the back of your legs. One easy way to do this is to extend one of your legs and bend the other. And what I want you to do is to reach towards your foot, towards your toes, like so, and try to grab them. I realize a lot of you won't be able to touch your toes, and that's okay. Don't worry about bringing your head down, but if you can, bringing your head down towards your knees is good too. But just make your goal to be reaching towards your toes. And right about when you're almost finished, I want you to try to reach just a little bit more. To switch it, you just fold the other leg in and do the same thing on the other side, reaching out towards your toes and holding it. It's very important that you don't bounce. Bouncing up and down when your body isn't warmed up can actually cause injury. So just try to hold it stationary for about 30 seconds. Okay, some more hamstring stretches. You can do this standing by just leaning forward and letting your arms and your head hang down. And that stretches the back of your legs. It's also a segue into stretching your lower back. To make this one even more intense, if you fold your arms and grasp both of your elbows, it's actually more of a weight, and you'll feel even a bigger stretch in your hamstrings and all across your back. So just let your head hang down like a fulcrum. You might want to try this in your shower. If you have a bathtub, you can hold the sides of your bathtub and you can bend down, bend your knees, and let the warm water hit your back and just move up and down like this in the morning. And that's a really nice way to also stretch your back. Holding your bathtub for safety, just go up and down and then roll your back up, letting the water hit every vertebra of your back musculature as you're coming back up. So moving into your lower back, Another way that I like to stretch the back is to just sit down. Sit in a chair or your favorite chair and put your hands on your knees and just stay in this position. For some of you, this won't feel like a stretch, and for some of you, it will. But if it doesn't feel like much of a stretch, the next thing that you can do is to let your arms and your head go down even further and just hang. For many of you, this will actually be much safer than standing, so try it seated first. So just let your body hang and you'll feel the stretch in your back. Another way that I really like to do stretches, and that I've shown you many times, is when you're lying in bed, just to take one knee and hug it to your chest on each side. I'll demonstrate that for you too. So, take your knee and hug it to your chest or as close to it as you can. Hold it for 30 seconds. And then you'll switch sides and do the other side. Once you've done both of your individual knees, you can try to bring them both up together if you can. If you need assistance, you can always hold a towel right here. If you don't have the strength to bring your hands together, you can hold a towel and just bring it over to keep your knees against you, or hold one knee at a time with your hand. Okay, so now we're gonna address the gluteal muscles, which are your big buttock muscles. And I know a lot of you right now are sitting a lot more than usual, and you're experiencing low back pain, or maybe you're having sciatica pain, and you're having pain going down the back of your leg. And this stretch is definitely important. We have to stretch these big gluteal muscles. So the simplest way that I've shown many of you to do this is to put your foot on top of the knee, opposite, and lean forward. So I'm stretching right now my left buttock, and what I'm going to do is lean forward, but yet lean towards the opposite side, like so, and just hold it. And right away, you should start to feel something either in your buttock or the back of your leg on the left side. And just hold it there. If you just lean forward without going to the side, it still will be a stretch, but it won't be as good. You can get much deeper if you go forward and then obliquely towards that side. So we're going to switch. I'm going to do the opposite side, opposite foot to knee, lean forward, and it's always a forward and to the side, not just go to the side. You want to go forward and then to the opposite side that you're trying to stretch, and just hold it there. For those of you with the hip arthritis or hip replacement issues, you won't be able to do this, but I will show you another one lying on your side, maybe on your bed or your couch, that you can do. Okay, some other ways to stretch the gluteal is to lie on your bed and let your leg just hang off your bed. So for those of you with the hip replacement issues, this is something else you can try. You'll feel the stretch in through here. And then you'll switch and do the other side. Okay, I'm going to show you another way to get out some of the knots or the tightness that's deep into the buttock area. What you need to find is a tennis ball or a hard ball. This is a lacrosse ball. You could also use an apple if you really don't have anything else. And find a sock. Yeah, find a sock. Okay, I'm going to drop the tennis ball in there, and that's simply so that it doesn't roll away when you're using it. It's just so to keep it secure. So let's say I have some really bad pain in this part of my butt. I'm going to take this tennis ball, hold it up against the wall, stand next to it, and I can easily roll into the wall and put as much pressure or as little pressure as feels comfortable. it's sore. It's normal to feel sore, especially if you've been sitting a lot. But you can roll into the tennis ball or apple, or I have a lacrosse ball here, and hopefully work some of this out on your own. You can also use this tennis ball while sitting down. If you have a hard, firm chair, I don't have one here in the office, but you could take the ball and put it underneath you and try to sit into it. You could also put it behind you and lean up against a chair. I've never had that great experience with that because you have to have the right kind of hard surface on your chair, but you might have a chair at home that works for that. So an easy thing to do if you're having lower back pain is a cobra position, where you're just going to start out lying down and come up on your elbows. And that's it. If you feel this is as far as you can go, you just hold this position. You might try to hold it for 3 to 5 seconds and then go back down. And then come up again. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000. And then go back down. And then do it again. And you might need to do this anywhere from 6 to 10 times, but if you're having lower back pain, this is a good, easy way to try to get rid of it. You could also do this standing. So you could put your hands on your natural waist, your fingers in the back, and just lean backwards. It feels really good. Imagine there is a string pulling your chest up to the ceiling, and just lean backwards. So I hope these stretches have been helpful for you. Please let me know if I can help in any way. You can call me at 510-644-4414 or email me, and hopefully I can help you work through in more detail any specific problems you might have.